Hello, you guys. So today we're going to be looking into the this Temu fake phone I had received just this weekend. I've been waiting for a little while. So basically, I had ordered a Renault 12. I think it was like a white purple fade, really nice looking phone. It's an Android. I think Oppo makes some of them. This one was like a no-name brand. I think they had like the Vicky ones and other ones on Temu. But basically, I got a purple one. They sent me this. Now, if you guys know this phone or have seen this before, this is actually like an S24 or a C24, whatever they call it, fake. And I'll tell you why. And we'll go into it and I'll try to explain from what I understand, is what happened. As soon as I got it, I was at work and I wanted to figure out what it was. I'm like, I don't know what this thing is. I just know this is not the Renault 12. So I'll tell you guys exactly what happened. We'll go in depth. I'll show you a bit. So here you can see the total I had actually paid out for it through the Temu website. That's the seller here. Now the first thing I wanted to do when I received the phone, which I was actually at work, I decided right off the bat we should check the IMEI. This will show me kind of what phone it is, because clearly I don't think it's an S26. But here it is. Now here's where things get weird. As you can tell, I look in the about phone on the phone, and it says it's an S26 Ultra. Very odd. I don't know. I don't believe those are even out yet. So it also says it has 8 gigabytes of RAM. You know, it's something I didn't really question all that much, but here we are. So it also says it has 512 gigabytes, which was a little weird, and then Snapdragon 8 Gen 4, and apparently it's running Android 14, which, again, this is all super new stuff. If everything was correct, this would be absolutely amazing. It would be a good phone. But I just couldn't believe that. So I went to CPU-Z, downloaded the app. I wanted to check, and here it is here. It says S26 Ultra, Android 14, 720p, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and 512 gigabytes of storage. But I still was a little bit off. I just was like, I don't think this is right, because you know what? I don't believe those ARM V8 CPUs are actually 10 core. Now I'll show you on this next page here. So here's where it gets a little interesting. So here it says it's 10 cores, 2.3 gigahertz. I looked up again that ARM CPU. I don't think they actually have a deca core, but my buddy's like, it probably is correct. 2.3 gigahertz. That kind of measures up with the Galaxy M30s. That's the speed that one goes at. But here's where some more issues come along. So this isn't a guarantee, but basically I looked it up. An ARM V8-A. It's a -L that we have. But it says for the most part they're between 4 cores and 8 cores, an octa-core. I then looked up deca-core and it just did not come up. So my next step was basically to look on YouTube and see what else I could use other than CPU-Z. Usually CPU-Z is a solid pick, but it looks like for whatever reason something just feels off. So I found a YouTuber that had mentioned GCPU, and here we are. Exactly what I was looking for. The direct CPU speeds, the exact memory, which is 6 gigabytes, very similar to the M30s. We're actually looking at the storage as well, which was 128 gigabytes, which was in fact not 512 or however. We got the battery at 98%. It does say it's 8000 mAh. I'm going to go over that a little bit in just a moment. Here we are. So it's a Helio P22 with 8 cores, as we figured, on the 12 nanometer, which is probably a little bit older, a couple years older. So now let's get into the Android version. I noticed there was an issue when downloading applications, and it kept mentioning, hey, your Android version is out of date. You don't have the newest version. So I'm like, okay, so this thing's not an Android 14. As far as GCPU says, it's actually an Android 10 coming up to look like an Android 14. Next up, we're going to look at the battery overall. Now it says right here, battery capacity as announced. I want to take that word for word. So this is the battery capacity that the phone thinks it has. That's what it reads, 8,000 mAh. Clearly, we're at 97%. The current battery capacity is 2858. So I believe the battery is probably about a 3,000 mAh. Now let me know what you guys think down in the comments if that's true. I don't think this phone is holding 8,000 mAh battery. I do think the phone battery is not that all that bad, but it looks like the numbers are not matching up. Next up, we're going to get into the camera. So, as you guys know, I wanted the Reno 12, and what we got was not that. Here we are, so we have a single rear camera, 13 megapixel. The one I was thinking was going to come in said 100 megapixel rear camera. So this means, this is likely an older phone style, older camera, rocking a 13 megapixel camera in the rear, 8 megapixel in the front. Definitely not what we ordered. This quality is quite low for today's day and age. So, knowing everything that we know now, I knew basically that I had to contact Temu to try to get a refund. Initially, going through the refund, they did want me to return the phone, and I'm like, I don't really want to do that. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to contact the seller directly. That's my best bet. And it turns out the seller actually did not respond within a certain amount of time. I'm assuming Temu customer support had realized very quickly once I sent them the return invoice that it was in fact a fake phone, so they had simply offered me a refund right off the bat, which is good. I needed the refund. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like this type of video. I'm glad to be making these videos and just getting more inspiration day by day to hopefully push more out. I can't wait to do more, and if you guys have any other ideas of any other good videos, let me know. I'll definitely look into it. Thanks again, guys.